All right. Look, the red theme. I couldn't get rid of the red hat. They've been using the cops to target me while I take the kids to school. Um, I couldn't record because I had to put Ethan on the bus, and I needed. I forgot this lady right here walking down in the red. So she had on a red jacket. He had a red hat walking with the target, and simply because Pam again. It's like kids were ready to be at the door by 7:30. I woke her up at 6:30. She went back to sleep. Okay, she didn't get up until almost 7:30 to go in the shower, right? And she knows she has to take Ethan to school. Okay.
Really?
They chose it.
Anyway.
Well, that'll do something.
Nice.
It's not gonna be nothing.
I hope it does. I mean, millions of people
Right.
need it. So.
My mom will.
Huh?
She will tell me. I think this is a primary ability.
Anyway, you gotta come up here. He's kicking his feet. Look at that. He got the sneakers on his feet end. You see? What you guys end your investigation? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so as I was saying, so the kids was ready. I had to, pull my daughter here, right? Pam again. This is what she does, and I keep telling her. I said, stop acting. I said, you have a young mentality, and you have an old body, and you want to act as if you're young. Okay, you want to act as if you have all this issue, but you want to ignore because you want to have fun. You want to do this, you want to do that, but then you come home and you don't even take care of your kids properly. You figure because you get them a roof over their head that you're taking care of them. No, being a parent is more than just look. I know I'm not working on my disability. I can't help that. Okay, if I wasn't on disability, I'd be working like I was in the past, and still get, do what I need to do. All right, and this is the problem today with a lot of modern women is that they're all about themselves, about what they want, their happiness, and they're not even happy. This idea of being happy all the time, that's what the shit is in their mind. And it's particularly if they're a black woman. First of all, you got to look at our dynamics as black people living here in the United States. Okay, this is why a lot of them have a delusional mentality and delusional personality because it has been conditioned into them. Right, so they're no longer mothers. They're no longer nurturing. It's all about themselves, and they just put just ignore their children. Like I said, I woke her up. She should have gotten out of bed, but she went back to sleep until she was ready. Didn't care that Ethan has to go to school on time and be in school for 8 o'clock. So now she calls a cab. The cab wouldn't take him because he needs an adult, and this is the first time this has happened. This that she's. So I said to her, you don't know the policy? She was like, no. I said, okay, fine, what have you. But the fact is this: had she gotten up when I woke her up, Ethan could have gotten to school on time because I took Alyssa to school, and I ended up getting to Alyssa to school late this morning. You know what I'm saying? I end up getting Alyssa to school late because of that. And when I mention these things to her, she gets upset and talk about I'm stressing her out. This is the mentality in which they have. This is what they do. Okay? This is the mentality. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care that it's hurting their children. They don't care. They just care about what it is that they want. They want to be in certain circles. Right? And they don't care if their kids stay up during school night at all up to 1 o'clock, 2 in the morning because they're busy doing their own thing in the same house. They don't even go check on their children to make sure that they're sleeping and they're in bed. And as a TI and being a black person in America, it's like a double whammy. You know what I'm saying? And have to deal with people who think it's okay to target other people, and they're all standing around there like, having this conversation. Yeah, I know they like to stand around there and glorify and act as if, they won. They ain't win. They ain't win. Like I tell people all the time. Look, I'm not racist. Yeah, fuck you too, buddy. Yeah, fuck you too. He tried to give me the middle finger. Yeah. So look at her now. Look at both of them. Look. See, black these Negropeans. There's a book that says there wouldn't be so much oppression if those amongst the oppressed didn't work with the oppressor. And this is what we see here. All right, and they think that they're slick, but they're not. All right, and this is what I do, what I gotta do. So fuck them. You know what I'm saying? All who participate in talking to me, fuck them.
Did you get here?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
He didn't straighten.
They all come here like this shit is funny. Yep, that's the shit. They all walk around here like this shit is funny. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's enough. Yeah, so she comes out of the elevator, Pamela, and she's asking me, did Ethan get to school okay, and did I take him to school, what have you. I mean, this is the shit. And she walks, I mean, it is so infuriating sometimes, and this is the thing, okay? That when I talk to her about this stuff, I'm stressing her out. This is the whole idea of these women who don't want to be held accountable for the shit that they do, right? Hold on, let me. Yeah, I have to stop the recording because pause the recording because I have my keys in my hand. I didn't want to shake it. But as I say, right? So, they don't want to be held accountable. If I didn't sleep over last night, they all would be home today. Her and the kids would be home. Okay? So I saw in the elevator, she's asking, did Ethan get out of school? Now you're asking after I had to walk. Okay, and again, my back, right? So now I got to go take a muscle relaxer. Yesterday I took 3 muscle relaxers. Why? Last night? Why? Because guess what? Look. Clean down this table, right? Because it has so much shit on it, right? So I had to clean down the table, and they still have stuff on it, right? So it's, like I said, and I can't say nothing because, again, it's I'm stressing her out and all of this stuff. No care and no concern about their children's education. None about getting their kids getting to school on time. It's about them. It's about whenever they get up. There is no urgency, right? It is no urgency in their mind to say, you know what? Look what time it is. I need to get up and get my kids to school on time. There isn't. And like I said, I woke her up early enough. But what happened? She went back to sleep. Then gets in the shower at 7:30. Ethan has to be to school for 8 o'clock. Right? He has to be to school for 8 o'clock now. I had them dressed. Like I said, I had to comb Melissa here, do all of that shit. And you know what she's going to say? Well, that's what I do. Shit, you the one that decided you wanted to be a single parent. You told me that. That's what she said. Well, I don't want to, be in a relationship. I want to be a single parent. Well, and that's the thing with these women that they think that they don't need men, even though you can see that they do. And let me correct that. And I said that, meaning that if you have like your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, in the home, you have kids, what have you, you decide you want to be a single parent and don't want to because you want to date other people and you want to so-called search for Mr. Perfect or what have you, which you're not perfect yourself. That's the delusion. That's the delusion has been conditioned into the minds of modern women. Okay? And like I said, my kids is important to me, and this is why I do what I do. This is despite all the targeting, despite all the shit that she does, all the targeting, all of that. But you know, her friend, and you know the funny thing is, she listened to her friends when she was in a relationship. Now her friends are in relationships, and what is she doing? What is she doing? Acting like she a damn young 22-year-old want to date Tom, Dick, and Harry, or who have you. The fact that she has all these issues, but she's still acting like if, oh, you know, I can do it. You know, that's what happens. See, most people that she work with are young, and I keep telling her, you're supposed to be more of an influence on them, not them being more of an influence on you. You're 46. These people are in their early 30s, you know, late 20s, early 30s. Okay? It's this mindset that we have been conditioned with and conditioned to, and particularly us as black people, how we are in our communities, which is why we have such a high dysfunctional community and family structure. It's highly dysfunctional, and most of us cannot see it. Most of us do not even want to understand, don't even want to change, right? To have more positive outcomes. We just want to just do me. Particularly black women. It's all about me. You know, me, my happiness, my this, my that, my that. And when you look at the reality is that they're not happy. But they keep chasing this idea of happiness. Their home is highly dysfunctional, their mindset is highly dysfunctional and irrational. Okay? Just as us as black men, our mentality is highly irrational and dysfunctional also. So I'm not going to just, like I said, I'm seeing from a man perspective. So, you know, it is what it is from a man perspective. Okay? Now, when she's feeling better, it's like, oh, okay, I don't need you anymore. That's their mentality. And it's a shame because, you know, even as TIs, how they create the mentality that we have, or the mentality that they try to make us have. Okay, and this is why I fight and I do my video against what it is that they're doing. This is why I keep doing this, and this is why I keep sharing my experience, because I want other TIs to understand and know, and not just other TIs, but anybody to look at my videos and see the experience that I'm experiencing, and understand that this is what's happening. And like I said, hopefully someone, whoever, people, right, can develop a counter program to what's being done. Okay, because what they're doing is, and particularly in the black community with this white supremacy, is the destruction of the black family, the destruction of the relationship between black men and women. And I think a lot of us black men are beginning to understand that now, right? But black women, on the other hand, they are caught up into this idea that, you know, that it's about them, right, and only them. Black men used to have that same mentality, but we've been through the same process. And what they do now is turn that same programming on black women, right? And so when we black men try to tell them this is what's happening, they don't want to listen to us. So, you know, but the thing is that when you have kids with them, right, then as the other parent, you because you understand, you know, you try to tell them, and they want to listen, but you got to try to be there for your kids more so than anything. And instead of seeing that and saying, I appreciate that, what do? They take advantage, because they figure, particularly us as TIs, oh, he's a TI or she's a TI, right? So, you know, we can do whatever we want. We can say whatever we want. And the truth is, no, you can't. As TIs, you got to speak up for yourself. You may not have to you don't have to document like I'm documenting, but if you're in such a situation, speak up for yourself, okay? And don't let somebody just walk all over you. right? You confront them, even if they don't want to hear it. I confront her all the time, but she doesn't want to hear it. But I confront her. Like I tell her, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you lies so you can continue on in this dysfunctional way. Even though telling her the truth doesn't matter because she already said she don't care about the truth. It's whatever is within her bubble. That's it. So, you know. But yeah, but the cops today, this morning, a lot of police vehicles were back and forth. But I had the kids, so I had to be very, very cautious. Particularly, since I had to get to school, get Ethan on the bus, and I kept him on the phone with me to make sure that I told me, here's the thing too. They set this whole thing up. They set this whole thing up. Pam always call not always, but when she's like super late sometimes when I'm here with Ethan and she's like she'll call a cab, right, a Uber. All of a sudden this morning the Uber driver is like, oh, he can't take him. He needs to have somebody in the car with him because it's policy. So wait a minute. All this other time she's been putting him in cabs. It's not a problem. But they did this for a reason because they know that she wasn't going to get up. Again, they were probably microwaving us, right? Walking the kids to school, plenty of police cars. A lot of police cars around. Like I said, they always have an agenda. They always trying to do certain things, right? So it's either sometimes they try to make it look like you're crazy. When that doesn't work, right? When that doesn't work, then it's the other way. Because it's whatever suits them. It's whatever suits their agenda. That's it. And you got to understand that there's TIs. All right. So anyway, I know they set this whole thing up to get Ethan to school late, to get listened to school late, because it's about what it is with them in this game. They try to say, oh, it's you're always going to be late, right? They try to make you late for everything. So you're never on time. You're never early. They're always trying to make you late. Okay. I mean that's the shit. It's like I'm like, come on. That you guys are gonna go through all of this. Look, car honking. Yeah. Okay. So you guys are gonna go through. I'll tell you why they're car honking, because they were controlling my mind to make me. You see, when I looked like that, my hands open up, right? So I look at the palm of my hands. That's why you hear the car honking. Okay. Because again, now they're trying to do the palm fixation drill, but do it through me instead of doing it to somebody else. Okay, yeah, like I said, I'm going to expose them. And what you guys heard with that car honking, again, is confirmation. Because it isn't like you would honk and a horn to get, like if another car's in the way or somebody's in the way. No, that particular sound is the exact cost. It's like honk honk, but very very but low. All right. That's when I know I'm being microwave remote monitoring. It's their agenda, and what it is they're trying to cause a lot of rift between me and Pam, right? And again, the kids are going to suffer, but she's not thinking about it because again, this is the malignant personality that they've created within her mind, and I keep trying to tell her this. But people who have malignant narcissistic personality, it's very hard for them to change. It's very very hard for them to change because they're comfortable in the way that they are, and they feel like everybody has to wait on them. Everybody has to do whatever it is that they want done, but then they don't want to turn around and wait for somebody else, or if somebody asks them to do something, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. If that was me in that situation, she would be like I said, I could, my back can give it. I could be on crutches. Pam, can you take the kids at the school? I iron their clothes, they dress, they're fed. No, because I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late. All right? Yeah. It's unbelievable, but you guys can see it is believable, right? Because I show it, and this is what it is. So like again, they're always trying to like I said, trying to make you late. Try to make, if you're a TI, If you got an appointment, they'll do whatever they can. The buses, 3 express bus came, a 3 select bus came, no local bus. 3 select bus came, one in a row. One after the other. Okay, that's 3 buses, one after the other, with no local. Meanwhile, all these police vehicles driving by. All right, and it's only white police officers now. Only white police officers. Okay. So that just let me know, and and then I get back in the building. You got all these white people coming downstairs, stand up in the building, having a conversation, this and that. They see the white dude. He tried to give me the middle finger. Right. What he did is that he put his hand behind his back, and stuck his middle finger out. Right, and he didn't. Let me show you guys. So what he did is like he held his hand in his back like this, and then he did this. So you see my middle finger, how it's tucked in. So imagine his hands behind his back with his palm facing towards me, and then bending his middle finger backwards. See, show you guys. All right, just like that. That's what he was doing. Okay. So yeah, like I said, they know exactly what they're doing, and I know what they're doing. Last night I went to pick up Alyssa. I forgot my phone. White woman walking by. She looked down at the green shrubs on the building next door. She started talking about Jesus and God. Right? What, you think you want me to believe in your Jesus and your God, and I'm going to make what? You don't give me money? Because the color green is what they use to represent money, right? And I'll tell you how they do that. They'll have people counting money in front of you. All of a sudden, you start to see people wearing green. Right? They'll start off with the money green color, then it transitions to other color green, because at that point you're already been conditioned, right? So the money, what they call money, green, right? Money is what? Green. Understand how they use these things, colors. You see, when you understand color theory, and particularly when it comes to psychology, and this is what they do. This is what this is why, advertising, why they use certain colors, because they know color affects our emotions, right? They know colors influence us. When they want us to buy things, the use of color is something that subconsciously they can influence us. Okay? So yeah, this is, so again, this is what they do. So then I'm coming back with Alyssa. There's a church over here in Bedford and Church Avenue. And this black guy standing out there. And as I walk with my daughter, I said, we don't worship white Jesus. I said, let these Negropeans keep worshiping white Jesus, right? Because they think that they're getting somewhere, but they're not getting anywhere. Not as a people. Maybe as an individual, they may have it a little bit better, but that's it. That is it, and that's enough for them, right? As long as it's only them now, because they believe that they're chosen. That's the narcissistic mentality that creates within religion and religious people. They detach themselves from other people who they think are beneath them because they may not make more money than them, they may not be in a certain position. This is the mentality that is created, right? So, I started. Remember, we started laughing because see, I teach my children the truth because I know the truth. Okay, there is no living in the lie for me or my kids. They will understand the truth and they will know the truth. And as you can see, a lot of people are beginning to wake up to the truth. This is why there was an article that I posted that says religion is on the decline in the United States. Of course it is. Because when they've been feeding you bullshit, but then you look at your reality, when you look at your reality and see that you're mostly having negative outcomes, no matter how much you pray to this white Jesus or white God, especially if you're a black person, because the vast majority of black people are the most religious group of people in America is black people. But yet black people is at the bottom. They worshiping the same God the white supremacists go into church and worship. White supremacists worship their God to say, help me to keep black people down. And if that's the case, then I guess they're the chosen one, right? And I guess black people accept that, right? And the fact is that they're not the chosen one. They're just evil white supremacists. White supremacy it is an evil system. The people who worship it, they're evil, right? And they worship an evil God. And we as black people, we worship the same God they worship. So how is that working out? Anyway, just a little rant. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say right now. I gotta clean up here a little bit because I do celebrate the winter solstice. Not really Christmas with the kids. I call it is the winter solstice. That is the original intent of this holiday, before it was co-opted the by corporations. By and remember too, it is not the how should I say it is the corporation that has co-opted the winter solstice, and particularly the Roman Catholic Church, who basically is in a partnership, right, with these corporations in order to celebrate Christmas, so you can buy things, they can sell you things, right? Because again, the birth of the sun, of the new sun, in which the sun reached at its highest peak in this you know in the space, in the galaxy, what have you. But anyway, that's a little too deep for a lot of y'all. So again, just giving you guys a peep into the life of a TI, and I'll continue to do these videos, right? And just to, again, I hope people out there are watching and developing a counter for this program, because I'm gonna do my best to expose everything that they do, and I mean everything. Okay, once they when they start targeting me, you guys will see the videos, right? And of course they don't want me to talk about it, which is fine. I expect them not to. That's what criminals do, right? A criminal organization, they try to hush you up. Well, it's not gonna work with me. Not go, no way. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.